So we've now driven south. We are somewhere outside of Evansville. We've been driving for a while. I know that it's September 25th, 1939, but I'm not sure exactly where we are, so I'm going to find somebody to help. Excuse me, sir? Good morning. I've been driving for a while. I was in Evansville before. Can you tell me where I am and why I've landed here?
Absolutely. Well, welcome to the Angel Mounds dig. You're a few miles currently east of the city of Evansville. For the last 5 months, we have been digging up the remains of what we believe to be a pre-Columbian Native American city that would have been here from about, we'd say 800 years ago, from around 1000 to around 1400, nearly 400 years.
So it takes a lot to put on a site. You said the Indiana Historical Society is involved. And so what does it take to keep a site? Like, ma'am, are you involved with the project as well?
Yes, I am. I am with the WPA. My name's Ruthie Muschlitz. Nice to meet you. The Works Projects Administration was a works program actually started by Paul McNutt, who used to be our governor here in Indiana, but now is in Washington, D.C. working with Roosevelt. And basically, any kind of project that has been on the books, but you haven't had money or you haven't had manpower, we're trying to get people back to work. We're 44 cents an hour, and that's essentially the same as you would get right now in any factory, if the factory were open.
People have known about this site for years. Certainly the Native American Indian people who still live in Indiana, their ancestors built these places, these mounds. And it's also very hard to miss. We've got a little drawing here of the city. A man-made hill 40 feet tall and bigger at the bottom than a football field. And that's just one of the mounds that we have still here at the site, so people knew there was something. Of course, you could walk across any one of these fields, bend down, and pick up something like this. A little arrow point from nearly 800 years ago. Now, as we continue to take all of these artifacts for preservation, we are storing them as best we can with the materials we've got so that they can be preserved for the future and then hopefully one day put in a museum. Now, we've got nearly 500,000 artifacts so far, the remains of a civilization like any other one in the world you'd see, like Egypt or ancient Assyria. So when we find these things, it's important that we are careful with them, not only for the artifacts themselves, but so that future generations of people can learn about this place just like we are today.
I've lived in Evansville all my life. I used to go sledding when snow would actually stick here on the mound, and I knew nothing. That's why I come out here, is because I always learn something new about where I've lived all my life. How can you possibly get any better than that?
So the dig at Angel Mounds actually went on for decades, and those millions of artifacts are still being studied today. So out here in the content room, we have artifacts, we have videos, interviews, maps. We're going to put some of that online so that you can enjoy it at indianahistory.org.